We as the MMA fan base and the MMA community need to stop allowing the UFC and UFC fighters to think it's acceptable to have this much undeserved title shots. I'm tired of Cyril Gane, Justin Gaethje, Arman Tsarukyan to think it's okay to get these undeserved title shots. I haven't heard much of Cyril Gane from his thoughts on the title shots he's been given. He probably thinks he's deserving of it, of course. But to Justin Gaethje, Arman Tsarukyan, these guys that are sitting out and thinking that it's okay to be given these undeserved title shots, it's crazy the level of delusion that they have gotten to. Arman now has a fight against Dan Hooker, so it's a little bit different. It still applies. Arman was sitting out for 1 to 2 years, doing nothing but grappling contests, waiting on a title shot until the UFC basically made it clear to him that he wasn't getting a title shot for pulling out on a day's notice. It's insane, bro. It drives me crazy to see this poster in front of me. Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane are going to be fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I have to sit here knowing that my casual bros, my casual friends, the casual fans are going to look at this and think that this makes sense. This guy just fought John Jones. He just fought John Jones. Of course he deserves the title shot. They didn't know that he robbed Volkov. Volkov beat his fucking ass. I don't care what anyone says. Volkov won that fight. I don't know what the UFC judges were doing that night. I don't know what voodoo black magic Gane was working that night. But it worked for him. I don't know what the voodoo black magic was. It's just the UFC. The UFC wants John Jones' legacy to look good. And they want the French fan base. And I get that. But it's disgusting that I have to live in the reality of Gane and Aspinall fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship at the end of this month, knowing that Volkov should be fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship against Tom Aspinall because he beat Gane clearly, fair and square. Gane shouldn't be in this position in any capacity. He fought Francis Ngannou, lost that fight. Then he beat Tai Tuivasa. Then he got a title shot against John Jones. That's insane. That's insane, disgusting, and it's wrong for us to not talk about this. Gane is the most undeserved fighter in the UFC. Truly. You beat Tai Tuivasa and you get a title shot against John Jones? That's nuts. That's insane, and that's delusional. That should merit a title shot. And then he loses to John Jones easily. He gets submitted in less than 2 minutes. Easily finished. Easily dispatched of. Bro, you looked like an amateur in there with John Jones. I get it's John Jones, the PED, roid cheat, fantastic fighter that we know. But you didn't even look like you belonged in there whatsoever. You tapped with ease. It looked borderline rigged. Truly. So he loses to John Jones easily. Then he beats Sergey Spivak. Okay. Another run-of-the-mill heavyweight that we know. Decent. Can hold it up in the rankings, I guess. Then he robs Volkov, then he gets a title shot. Another title shot off of robbing Volkov and beating Sergey Spivak. Like, Dana White went up to Volkov himself and told him that he knew that that fight, that decision was terrible. He knew that Volkov won that fight, and he said that he would make it right to him. And how did he make it right to Volkov? He's making him fight Jailton Almeida on this same card as Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. He's fighting under them against Jailton Almeida. Like, I don't know what the UFC is doing, but they've been turning it into a circus. Like, the whole sport is out of whack. If Pereira and Yuri Prohaska didn't win earlier this month, like, I don't know what I would do with myself. Like, the MMA community is not putting enough attention onto these undeserved title shots. Truly. Like, this is Alexander Volkov raising his hands at the end of the third round. This is the end of the fight. He's on the ground after getting ground and pounded, laying there as Volkov raises his hands over him. If you watch that third round, if you watch that first round, or that second, I don't even remember which rounds it was that Volkov won, but he clearly won 2 out of the 3. Truly, you go back, look at the free fights. They have it on YouTube. Look at them. Volkov won against Gane. It's nuts. I feel so bad for Volkov. Like, he's been done so wrong. Insane. As you can see, lost to Ngannou. Beat Taito Ivasa, who, by the way, dropped his ass. I think Tom is going to make quick work of Gane, because you get dropped by a guy like Taito Ivasa, you're backing up and fleeing away as much as you are against Taito Ivasa. I think Tom Aspinall is going to knock out Cyril Gane easily, but Tom could also easily submit Cyril Gane, I believe, maybe even more easily than he could knock him out. Gane has already showed that his ground game is probably his weakest. He got out-wrestled by Ngannou, made worse decisions on the ground against Ngannou, and lost many grappling exchanges against Volkov. So I feel like Tom could also it's very winnable for him to submit Cyril Gane. And we're going to be sat here wondering why. Why was Gane even there in the first place? Apparently, for robbing Volkov and beating Sergey Spivak. How was he there in the octagon with John Jones, who submitted him easily within 2 minutes? He beat Taito Ivasa. Of course. The boogeyman of the heavyweight division, Taito Ivasa, that we know. Right? It's fucking disgusting, honestly. Like, these casual fans need to snap out of it. They need to snap out of the bullshit that they're feeding us. Why is Gane fighting Tom Aspinall for a heavyweight championship? He should be fighting Almeida. He should be fighting Curtis Blades or, like, another heavyweight contender. He should be fighting someone else, bro. Like, look at this. Gane won, bro. Gane winning this fight, bro, like, must think that I'm a fucking idiot. And Gaethje saying that he's gonna retire if he doesn't get the Topuria fight. Like, retire, bro. I don't want you in this sport if you're gonna be a diva. Like, you're supposed to be the BMF. You're supposed to be the guy that's supposed to take on anyone to get there. Nah, you wanna sit out and wait until Topuria's ready to fight? Like, crazy, bro. Like, he just beat Fiziev. Fiziev, and that's it. Now you need a title shot? You're not even going to beat someone in the top 5 and you want a title shot? Bro, who do you think you are, bro? Who do you think you are? Like, you've won a fucking UFC title ever. You're not a champion that's already done it in the sport and deserves, like... Bro. I know you're Justin Gaethje. You give us entertaining fights, and it should be entertaining to see you get knocked out and slept, because I know that's going to happen. Ilia Topuria is going to sleep Justin Gaethje easily. Like, it's nuts. And, like, imagine we have to live in the universe where Gane might win, Gaethje might win. Like, these guys haven't done anything to get there, and he might fluke a win somehow. Like, if... Like, that would throw the whole sport in a loop. Like, these are some crazy results that could happen. Like, what if Gane beats Tom Aspinall? Like, the Jones fans go crazy. The French fans go crazy. And I just have to sit here knowing that they shouldn't have even gotten there in the first place. I just only hope that Topuria, Aspinall, and Dan Hooker just annihilate these fools that think that they're deserving of any title shot in any capacity. Like, Justin Gaethje only beating Fiziev. We just saw you get slept by Max Blessed Holloway, who then got knocked out by the champion that you're fighting. The casuals will see this and thinks it makes sense. But it doesn't. It doesn't make sense that you beat Fiziev and you get a title shot. Really. You couldn't fight anyone else. You couldn't fight anyone in the top 5. Patty, Max, Charles again. It's nuts. I don't think Gaethje or Gane deserve their title shots, obviously. And even though Arman's a different story, I'm going to still touch on Arman for a second. Arman, I don't know how he has a fan base in general. Seriously. He should be fighting Topuria, I guess. But at the same time, he shouldn't. Because, like, you did pull out 24 hours or so before your fight with Makhachev, and you sit out and you think that you're just gonna come back and get a title shot. Like, no, you ruined a fucking event. You made Renato Moicano fight Islam, and so you have to pay that price, man. But you have no personality, bro. I hope Dan Hooker wins. I like him and enjoy him more than Arman. Which, by the way, the fucking fights that he's been posting on YouTube and shit, that shit is crazy. Those are pretty entertaining. I like the format. Like, only a minute or some shit of them just brawling. But back to these undeserved title shots. Arman, you don't deserve a title shot. Fight Dan Hooker. I hope you get knocked out by Dan Hooker. I don't care for you to be in the sport. He's just so hateable, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, he's not all that bad, but I don't see how he has fans. Truly. No personality whatsoever. Dry as fuck. Gaethje, you're a fucking diva, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the BMF guy. You know, the guy that's all about blood and guts and shit. And, like, live by the sword, die by the sword type guy. Fucking diva, bro. Beat Fiziev and all of a sudden you want a title shot, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I hope Tom Aspinall knocks out Gon, because holy shit, I would be livid if Gon somehow wins this. John ducked his ass, and Gon is getting an undeserved title shot against him. It's insane. It's insane to me that this event is going to be happening soon. I do think that Tom Aspinall wins this easily. I hope so, because Tom Aspinall straight arm locked Volkov, who beat Gon clearly. So October, I don't even know what date, but later this month we will see Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, and I better see Tom Aspinall knock out Cyril Gane brutally for Volkov, for the universe of the MMA world, to restore balance. Honestly, balance could be completely restored because Yuri slept Khalil, Alex Pereira thankfully TKO'd Magomed Ankalaev. Marab's doing some goat shit, and Gon could get slept. Gaethje. I don't give a fuck what happens with the Topuria Gaethje fight. I don't like Topuria either, because he's been knocking out the fan favorites. I mean, like, it's hard not to... Topuria is, like, seriously the ultimate villain. If I'm gonna be honest, he's fighting all the fan favorites, and he's gonna knock them all out. And I hope he does get Gaethje out of there, because he doesn't deserve a title shot. And I think it might be already booked, it might not be, but regardless, it shouldn't even be happening. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to touch on these undeserved title shots, because it's disgusting. It is still so crazy to me why Alexander Volkov is not fighting for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship when I witnessed with my own two eyes him beat Cyril Gane. Tom Aspinall, please make the world right, and please sleep Cyril Gane, because he doesn't deserve this title shot. He robbed Volkov, he beat Sergey Spivak. Before that, he got a title shot off of knocking out Tai Tuivasa, who dropped him. So, the world, the fate of the MMA world truly is in your hands, Tom Aspinall. Please do right by me and sleep this guy. I fucking hope you do. Holy shit. But I cannot wait for this card. It is going to be a banger of a card. We got Reiner Dorado versus Brendan Allen this Saturday, and I'll be doing predictions on that. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next time.